guys, we're back for another Dokkan Battle video. Here we have Cooliza. Cooliza is just getting a Dokkan Awakening right now, finally. This is good. You know, Wicked Bloodline and some of these other villain teams certainly could use the buffs, right? Cooliza's on Terrifying Conquer, Wicked Bloodline, you know, a bunch of these sort of teams. He is a stacking unit, so he's definitely going to have value. Right now, in-game, all they have is his Dokkan Awakening. But about a week's time from when I'm awakening this guy, he's actually going to be getting his EZA. And that's what this video is going to be. This video is going to be the EZA level 10 link video once the unit is fully ready to go. And we'll see how good Cooliza looks EZA'd with full level 10 links. Alright guys, let's go ahead and take a look at fully EZA'd link level 10 Cooliza here. I definitely think that Cooliza is going to be able to be a capable unit on some of these category teams that Cooliza is on, right? Fusion, Transformation Boost, Wicked Bloodline, Terrifying Conquer, and the crossover team. Cooliza does support both Fusion and Wicked Bloodline, so if we're using Cooler and Frieza units, Cooliza will be able to help out for sure. Then, of course, we have Cooliza's ability to stack. He greatly stacks attack and stacks defense. So, with those pieces in place, this unit can be, I think, pretty solid alongside other Frieza and Coolers. You potentially could run him on the Fusion team too, but I feel like he'll work really good with Frieza and Cooler. But like with other fusions, I mean, he's only just gonna have basically Fuse Fighter in terms of his links, and he's not giving Ki. It's the only thing. Like with support units, I really do prefer when they're giving Ki. I feel like that's very helpful. Okay, so we're starting out here on the crossover team. I guess we could take a look at Cooliza's link set, which is Universe's Most Malevolent, Strongest Clan in Space, Thirst for Conquest, Fear and Faith, Fuse Fighter, Metamorphosis, and Shattering the Limits. In particular, Cooliza will definitely work really well with Cooler. I think Cooler units are going to work really good with Cooliza. So we have, this is a ridiculous turn in terms of support. Let's go ahead and see what Cooliza does. So what is he at? 100k defense? Remember, he stacks defense on his super attack effect. And he's also getting 120% attack and defense on super attack. So this defense of his right here, that's not even really his main buff. So he's starting out well over 200k defense. I mean, he's at least 250k, 260k plus on his first turn right here, right? You know, for the showcase, I've got him in slot 1, but obviously, you know, when seriously using him in, like, difficult content and stuff like that, you're not going to be rocking Cooliza in slot 1. No way, right? Okay, I did bring Golden Cooler to sort of work with Cooliza, but, you know, it's fine, whatever. We'll take a look at another rotation of Cooliza here. We definitely have to go check him out on Transformation Boost and Terrifying Conquerors. Those major villain teams. Again, those teams are riddled with Frieza and Cooler characters. And then that's where this Cooliza will be very helpful. I mean, he's definitely good. He's got the makings of a nice kit. He's a stacker and a support type unit, and he's got a solid link set. The only thing he's really missing, I guess, we could say, would be big bad bosses to really complement, again, a lot of those Frieza and Cooler units who do have it. But he's still going to be fine regardless. Alright, so in this turn, we'll have Thirst for Conquest and Shattering the Limit activated. His defense skyrocketing, dude. Wow, yeah, so he's like way over 300k defense here. So, I mean, you could see how he definitely can look quite good, this Cooliza. And, like, you know, just on this crossover team, we didn't have any other units that he's supporting, but in the subsequent turns and teams we're going to check him out on, he's going to be supporting the rest of the rotation, which is going to be really good. Alright, so now we have Cooliza. This is Terrifying Conquerors that we're going ahead and running here. Cooliza, of course, is going to work really well alongside, again, Coolers, Friezas, and stuff like that. So let's go. This is Cooliza's first turn. I mean, again, look at his defense. He's getting 120% on super, and he's a stacker. So, it's like, I could see this Cooliza being very effective even in Super Battle Road stages. I mean, he, you know, is going to be rocking nearly 300k defense in this turn. I mean, sure, he's getting a lot of support from both Cooler and Turles. This is a good turn for SCR Cooler, by the way. But sure, let's go ahead and see what we could do right here. One other thing that Cooliza does is he does have a high chance of launching an additional super attack as well, right? So it's like on top of the attack stats he's putting up, a lot of the times he's going to be doing 2 super attacks, like 3.79 while supporting, you know, Cooler on rotation, and there's the double super attack. Look at the big jump in his damage too, because he's greatly stacking attack and he's stacking defense on top of that. Cooliza's good. I think a lot of these fusions units, Cooliza, Chowman, Janembu, like these characters, they're very good. I think a lot of them are actually going to be able to help out in quite a few different situations. All right, let's keep going. Let's go and let Cooliza sort of stack up a little bit and sort of see what he's able to get. I guess we'll go over to Transformation Boost and see some of the numbers that Cooliza can hit for us. All right, so now we're on the Transformation Boost team. Cooliza will definitely still look super good over here, just like on Terrifying Conquerors. I mean, we're here on turn 6, so Cooliza's had a few super attacks, and it's insane, like, how fast this guy builds up and the numbers he's going to hit while supporting and having additionals baked into his kit. I mean, look at this, dude. His defense is, like, over 500k, basically, after he's going to super attack, because remember, he's stacking defense as well. So Cooliza is looking very impressive, to say the least. We'll do a turn or two here. Remember, again, every super attack, he's greatly stacking attack and just regularly stacking defense. But it's a very powerful effect. Like, you know, 5.47 right there, and he could easily shoot out one more. So it's like, when it comes to long events, Cooliza is going to be cooking beyond belief. And then again, potentially supporting, right? He'll have a good link set. He'll be able to work well along with some of these other major powerhouse Frieza and Cooler units. So again, Cooliza is looking very impressive. And like, you know, he'll help Cooler and Frieza units look good as well. So, you know, now, like, we're definitely ready. I think in 2022, they do need to keep releasing very powerful villain units, right? Like, we're always going to be getting a bajillion amazing Saiyans all the time, right? So, like, those teams are always going to be set. But at the same time, we do need for them to continue to release really powerful villains. Like, honestly, they need to build the villain cards stronger than the hero cards, the superclass cards, because we get so much fewer of the villain cards compared to the superclass cards, right? So it's like, now we're ready. Like, if they drop like LR Golden Frieza or LR Final Form Cooler, both of whom characters at this point, like characters that don't have an LR that are deserving of it, I feel like those are characters that are right up there as some of the most deserving, right? Golden Frieza and then Final Form Cooler. I mean, Golden Frieza has such an impact in Dragon Ball Super. It is pretty crazy to think that we're about to hit 7 years without an LR Golden Frieza. Like, I definitely think we're going to get one of those probably sooner rather than later. Although I guess we do have, like, he is part of the 17 and Golden Frieza card. I guess we do have that. All right, so we'll make this the last turn. This is a ridiculous turn right here. Cooliza is getting 100% support because both Coolers are supporting the Terrifying Conqueror support ability since there's multiple enemies. So, you know, both Coolers are giving 50% to Cooliza, along with having Universe's Most Malevolent, Strongest Clan in Space, Thirst for Conquest, and Metamorphosis activated. So it's like all these Coolers together and Cooliza are definitely looking pretty good. So let's go ahead and take a look. Yeah, 6.48. And again, he has a very good chance of launching like multiple additional super attacks. He could super 3 times. So Cooliza, as you guys can see, is definitely an impressive unit. And when it comes to Infinite Dragon Ball History stages, or potentially like Legendary Vegeta event or Legendary Goku event stages, Cooliza is definitely going to be able to perform well. And definitely potentially be like an ace card for some of these, you know, Transformation Boost, Wicked Bloodline, Terrifying Conqueror teams going through long events. So I like Cooliza. I think Cooliza is looking really, really good to me. Alright, so this is Ruthless and Dreadful Fusion Cooliza. His leader skill is SDR type key 3 and 100% stats. Super attack is the Supernova, which greatly stacks attack, stacks defense, and does supreme damage. Stacking attack and defense pretty good. One other thing to note is that typically if a character is stacking both attack and defense. You know, a normal stack is 30% typically. And then usually when a character stacks attack and defense, it drops down to 20% for both. Cooliza is only stacking his defense by 20%, but because he's greatly stacking attack, it's by 50%, right? His passive skill, Utter Destruction. Oh, he does supreme damage as well. Greatly stacks attack, stacks defense, and supreme damage. Then his passive skill, Utter Destruction, gives him 120% attack and defense when doing a super attack. Then he has a high chance of launching an additional super. Then he gets a 10% chance to crit with each super attack performed, up to a max of 30%. And then finally, he gives Fusion and Wicked Bloodline category Extreme Class Allies 30% attack and defense. One thing that I think is pretty important that I wish this character did do was give heat, right? I felt like that would have been very helpful. Regardless, though, this Cooliza will still work incredibly well with other cooler and Frieza units, right? His link set is Universe's Most Malevolent, Strongest Clan in Space, Thirst for Conquest, Fear and Faith, Fuse Fighter, Metamorphosis, and Shattering the Limit. He does have a good link set for these cooler and Frieza characters. The only unfortunate part is he does not have big bad bosses. I feel like he probably should have had it, and like they easily could have given it to him instead of, well, I mean, I don't know. Honestly, a lot of these links are good. If anything, probably Fear and Faith, but because it's like Thirst for Conquest, Metamorphosis, those are core links that Cooler typically has, right? Along the Strongest Clan in Space, Universe, and Most Malevolent. Of course, he was going to have Fuse Fighter. So it would be Fear and Faith that I would want to be replaced with that, because stuff like Metamorphosis and Thirst for Conquest are just too powerful and too good along with cooler characters, right? 12 multiplier is 140%. That's the typical number. In terms of EZAs this guy can help you out in, there's probably some of the easy ones, you know, the two different Dragon Ball Fusion EZAs, the Android 21 and Android 16 EZA, but then, of course, LR Bardock. EZA physical LR Bardock, this Cooliza, should at least be able to help out in. Not to do a lot of damage, but at least to potentially take less damage. And then finally, Cooliza's on a number of category teams. Cooliza actually ended up with more category teams than a lot of these other Fusions EZA units here. So he's on the Fusion team, which badly needs help, so anything is good for them. Transformation boost for him and some of these other characters will work really well. He's also over here on the Wicked Bloodline team, a team that doesn't get buffed that often, but it's had some recent powerhouses added to it. Then, of course, he's also over here on the Terrifying Conqueror team. Terrifying Conquerors is really good. I'd like to see this get a new leader, but this team is looking to shape up to be a very good villain team soon. And then finally, he is on the crossover category team. So here is Cooliza, definitely a very good unit, a very good EZA. Let me know what you guys think. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys next time.